To those who just joined us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please, watch your kids. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños.
Your child needs to go toward the center of the row, please. Your little girl needs to go toward the center of the row. She cannot be at the end of the row. Please have her toward the center of the row, please. Thank you.
Your last place. We're now passing over Critter Country, where Winnie the Pooh, Chicken, Brer Rabbit, and Brer Bear make their home and embark on fun-filled adventures. All of this land was trained for critters. In the meantime, folks are always invited to stop in to visit the space. We're traveling along the rivers of America and into the American frontier as it looked more than a century ago. This area is so rich with natural beauty and wildlife, you can see why the early settlers were inspired to move west. You're seeing this view just like many of them did, from the comfort of a genuine steam-powered train. When these iron horses first started crisscrossing the country in the 1800s, the time it took folks to reach the west dropped from months to a matter of days. Why, steam power not only fueled trains, but the dreams of a whole new generation as they settled this great frontier.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please have your head, arms, legs all the way inside, and for your own safety, we're on our way to Toontown Depot. Looks like we're coming to an unscheduled stop. This means that the train in front of us has not departed, or it's almost departing, and that's why we're slowing down. We ask, please, parents, help us out. We need everyone seated. We might be able to, either we're going to make a full stop, or we're just going to slow down. Please remain seated while that's happening. And it looks like we're coming right through, so please remain seated till we get to Toontown Depot, and remain seated till the train comes to a full and complete stop. Thank you.
Visit the cartoon town where Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy live? Well, in just a few moments you can find out for yourself, because our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown. This is also the nearest stop to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you'll be leaving us here, please wait until the train comes to a full stop. Remember your personal belongings, then step carefully from the train. Y'all have fun and say hi to Mickey for me. For those of you continuing on with us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is Toontown Depot.
Send small children away from the vehicle openings for their safety. Please have your arms and legs your feet inside the train at all times. Our next stop, the station.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please, watch your kids. ¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias. As we steam on through Fantasyland, you may want to take one more.
You gotta look that side, because stuff might be out there. Nothing on this side.
lies the future. Well, I guess we all know that. What I mean to say is, we're heading into Tomorrowland, where everything is possible. If you look overhead, you might catch a glimpse of a monorail. When Disneyland introduced the monorail back in 1959, it was the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere. Winding below us is the Autopia, where drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of a car, and no license is required. If you ever wanted to become an astronaut, then you might want to stop at Space Mountain and Star Tour, where they got some newfangled flying spaceships that launch you into the deepest reaches of space. And you can ride them if you got the money and the nerve. Well, folks, we're now arriving at Tomorrowland Station. If you'll be leaving us here, just stay seated till we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings and step carefully from the train. Thanks. Have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
Alright, folks, we got our green light. We're now on our way to New Orleans Square Station.
Disneyland Railroad. We're now embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom, with stops at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland, followed by a visit to the Grand Canyon and Primeval World. We got a lot of traveling ahead of us, so remember, for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please, watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Uh-oh. Did you folks hear that? Sounds to me like we've reached the wilds of Adventureland, where you just might run into a lot of savage critters out there, including lions and tigers and tiki birds. Everybody best be on the lookout. You never know just what may show up. We're approaching.
We're now approaching New Orleans Square Station, just for Adventureland, Frontierland, New Orleans Square, and Critter Country attractions, including Glass Mountain, Kentucky Mountain, Baldwin Locomotive Works, Fairy Mountain, and until 5 o'clock, you can still paddle your own Davy Crockett tour canoe around the river, take a raft on over to Town Square Island, or sail on the March paddle wheeler. Also, be sure to stop behind your keeping mountain next to the big river and heading to. Next stop is Toontown, Pico, and Fantasyland.
To those who just joined us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please, watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias. We're now entering Splash Mountain, where every day is a darling. Look real hard. Just like your last place. We're now passing over Critter Country, where Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Brer Rabbit, and Brer Bear make their homes and embark on fun-filled adventures. Although this land was made for critters, human time all easy rides is not in the business.
This is the Grimmerland for Splash Mountain was.
We're traveling along the rivers of America and into the American frontier as it looked more than a century ago. This area is so rich with natural beauty and wildlife. You can see why the early settlers were inspired to move west. Museums do just like many of them did. Look at the comfort of a genuine steam-powered train. When these iron horses first started crisscrossing the country in the 1800s, the time it took boats to reach the west from months to an hour. Finally, steam-powered fuel trains millions of all new generations as they set this great frontier.
Now making our way to our next stop is Toontown Depot. Here, stop at Toontown Racing, Castle House, our Buzz Rabbit cartoon and Castle Opener. But if you haven't been to Toontown yet, then you might want to do so soon, because it does close by 8 o'clock p.m. That's several hours before the rest of the museum, in preparation for our fire after there. So once again, Toontown will be closed by 8 p.m. for the visit ASAP. Now, folks, right now we are slowing to a stop. Please remain seated. Remain seated. This is an unscheduled stop. We have not yet reached our destination of Toontown Depot. And we're just waiting for that train in front of us to move on out of the station so we can go on in. But that will also be your closest stop to all of Fantasyland today. That's where you can find classic Disneyland attractions like Dumbo the Flying Elephant, the Mad Tea Party Teacup, It's a Small World, the newly reimagined Matterhorn Buffaloes, and Peter Pan's Life, and much more. You can even take a walk through Sleeping Beauty Castle, meet one of your favorite Disney princesses that are holding court at the Royal Hall until 7 o'clock.
As we speed past